Olá pessoal da UnB TV, estou aqui hoje com ninguém mais, ninguém menos do que CJ RAMONE, ex-baixista da banda Ramones, que está aqui em Brasília com o seu projeto solo, trazendo música do Ramones e alguns clássicos do punk rock. Ok, CJ, como você conheceu o DJ Ramone e como você entrou no Ramones?
I think I should answer that backwards. I got into the Ramones in '89. I just went to an open audition. They held open auditions at SIL Studios in Manhattan. I went down. I was the first one to audition. Over the course of like 2.5 months, I went back a couple of times. They auditioned like 75 people, and in the end, I got the gig. Didi, of course, I met through the Ramones. I met him while we were playing at a show in New York, and he came to a couple other shows. In fact, he came to the show here in Argentina after him and Barbara got together. But yeah, you know, just he stayed. He kind of stayed friends with the band after he left. So he used to pop up at the show once in a while, and I met him. Hey, what's up? You know, try to be cool. He's my idol, so I was a little nervous, but.
Como era tocar com o DJ Ramone e a sua esposa Bárbara no projeto The Remains? E o Mark também toca na banda, né?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was, you know, Didi was always my favorite Ramone, so it was a big big honor to play in the Remains with him, and Mark, excuse me, also played in the Remains. So it was a pretty neat project. Plus, I got to do some songs with the Remains that I never got to do with the Ramones. So I had a good time. It was a lot of fun.
Como era tocar no Ramones, sendo que o Joey e o Johnny não se falavam dentro da banda? Como era o clima dentro da banda?
A lot of people make a big deal about Johnny and Joey not talking, but imagine being in a band, you know, like Guns N' Roses, where nobody talked to each other. You know what I mean? That must have sucked a hell of a lot more than it sucked for me, you know? Johnny and Joey didn't talk to each other, but everyone got along good, you know what I mean? But I don't know, it seems like now that's the focus. Oh, Johnny and Joey didn't get along. It's like, most people in bands are assholes, so there's always somebody who don't get along, you know? It was actually very easy for me.
Quem era o seu melhor amigo dentro do Ramones, assim?
I really didn't, I wasn't like best friends with anybody in the band, but me and Joey, like, Joey I probably hung out with the most, like went out to see shows and, you know, hung out at his place and, you know, listened to CDs and stuff. Johnny was more like a father figure type of you know, relationship. He was the boss, and you know, but I was very close with him too. And me and Mark were just buddies, had fun, palled around on the road and stuff. So nobody was really my best friend, you know. My best friends are the guys that I grew up with back home in my hometown. Those are my best friends, you know. My relationship with the Ramones, because I was a fan before I got into the band, was, you know, I was friends with them, but there was still a gap there because I respected them so much and I looked up to them.
Eu queria que você falasse um pouco pra gente sobre as coisas boas e as coisas ruins dentro do Ramones, assim, quais foram as coisas legais que você viu dentro e quais as coisas que não foram tão legais lá dentro.
It was all good times, you know. I traveled all over the world and, you know, knocked off crazy amounts of ass and partied like mad, and, you know, like I really don't remember many bad times, you know, because it was so much fun. I mean, bad times, maybe I got alcohol poisoning one time in Canada. I just drank too much. I was sick, throwing up on stage, you know, things like that. But it's, you know, it's hard to say there were any bad times, because a bad day on the road beats a good day working at a regular job. You know what I mean? So.
Eu tô sabendo que você está fazendo um livro com sua esposa, contando dos tempos que você viveu dentro do Ramones. Como é que tá esse projeto, assim? Saiu?
I'm actually not writing it with my wife. She's the one who kind of pushed me to do it, because I was talking about it and she kept pushing me. You should do it. You should do it. So I started writing it, and I'm pretty much finished with the writing now. I'm just collecting photographs from over the years to include in the book. And, you know, I think the fans will like it. You know, a lot of the books and movies and stuff that have come out about the Ramones since they retired have been all about all the bad stuff. About Johnny was a bad guy and Joey was had problems, and you know, Dee Dee was a drug addict, and everybody talks about this bad stuff. My book talks about the good stuff.
Como é teu nome Ramone de sobrenome assim? Isso pesa hoje em dia?
You know, it's an honor to still be called CJ Ramone. You know, it's you know, I really appreciate it. If it wasn't for the Ramones, I wouldn't be sitting here in Brazil, you know, playing shows. I'd probably be working on a construction site or in the Marine Corps still or something. So it's never a burden for me. You know, it was an honor, and you know, I just want to try to help keep the Ramones legacy going and remind people of the good stuff that they did, you know, and the great music they recorded.